VP Kamala Harris sat down with All the Smoke, and they talked about a bunch of different things. We have some clips for the guys. This airs at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, correct?
Yes.
It's out. Well, yes, it comes up on their YouTube, on All the Smoke's YouTube channel, but it's out. The audio is out now on the Black Effect iHeartRadio Podcast Network.
Got you.
Yes.
So they discussed a bunch of different stuff. One of the things and one of the topics they got into was being biracial and you know, just how Kamala deals with that, her thoughts on it, but also just the world around her, being in how people throw different things onto her about race. Let's take a listen.
I grew up Italian mom, black dad, and was always very proud of my heritage until an incident I had in high school when I was 17, protecting my little sister. Someone called her some names. I did what the big brother did. I ended up getting in trouble, and the KKK came and vandalized, nearly burned down my high school. And I knew at that point, although I was very proud to be Italian and black, that the world looked at me as a black man. What do you feel or what do you think when you hear people kind of questioning just the fabric of who you are?
Well, one, I don't listen to it.
Okay.
I'm really clear about who I am, and if anybody else is not, they need to go through their own level of therapy. That's not my issue.
That's their issues, right?
My mother was very clear. She was raising two black girls to be two proud black women. Over the years, journalists will want to talk about it, and I say, okay, if you want to have this conversation, I'm prepared to have it.
Yeah, so then, well, first of all, I thought that was interesting because I have a biracial friend, and I remember the day I was with her, and we were in a parking lot, and she took a woman's parking space, and the woman called her the N-word, and she was so pissed off, and she was telling me that like stuff like that happened to her all the time when she was growing up, and that's when she realized she was black, because she never really knew the difference, because she if you saw her, you wouldn't think she's black. So I always wonder, like, for biracial kids, what was that moment where you're like, oh, I'm still black? But they also talked about Kamala and, you know, the fact that Kamala and Doug have a blended family and her being a stepmom.
I am a daughter of divorced parents. My parents were divorced when I was 5. When Doug and I started dating, you know, his parents had been married over 60 years. I had to explain to him what it is like to be a child of divorced parents, including that it was really important to me that I knew what he and my relationship would be before I formed a relationship with the kids. Not fair to the children. Because, you know, children form attachments. I was very intentional about waiting until I knew that, okay, this is a real relationship before I got to know the kids. And then we became, I mean, thick as thieves. And I love those children. They are my children.
Now, they also have a conversation on her mental health. You guys know that Kamala gets a lot thrown at her. So they just talk about how she deals with all of that and what her advice is to people who are trying to figure out how I deal with things that are being thrown at me. Let's take a listen to this.
How do you protect your mental health and your mental space?
Well, number one rule, don't read the comments.
They're nasty.
I work out every morning. For me, it's just mind, body, and spirit. I think it's really important for everybody. We all have our levels of stress. Everybody does, right? Be intentional about who you have in your life to the extent you can. Do you have people in your life who applaud your success? Do you have people in your life who you trust? Do you have people in your life who, when you trip and fall, they laugh with you and then they pick you up and push you back out there?
Yeah. I think that this interview, honestly, so far, in my opinion, the interviews I've watched of Kamala, I enjoyed the Oprah one most because I feel like that moment where she talked about having a gun in her house was like, that was off the cuff. That was how she really felt. That was her response in real time.
Those are her best moments. Those are always her best moments.
I don't feel like we're getting that yet. And I thought maybe this might be it because these people are like, you know, like they are normal people. They're athletes. They live a life. They whatever. But I don't know.
You didn't get it?
No. I didn't get it.
No, that's not true.
I didn't get it.
I definitely got that from this conversation because, you know, the way she answered the biracial question, the way she answered the one we did, not the mental health one, what was the other one we played?
The Kamala on being a stepmom.
Yeah, the stepmother, yeah.
But it wasn't.
She was definitely being herself.
I think maybe then it's because Oprah's a woman, maybe.
You feel like it's manufactured answers?
Not manufactured. I just felt like I don't know, it just wasn't, like when I watched her with Oprah, I was like, man, like this is the interview they should have led with. I felt like I know her. This is my auntie. This is my mom. This is my...
I'm gonna listen to the full thing today.
Yeah,
I thought she had a lot more scripted moments on the Oprah conversation.
You felt like that?
Yes.
I felt like she was comfortable. She was
All the
home. I'm gonna go and listen to the full, but from the clips that I've heard,
I tell you, she didn't even mention being in the middle class not one time on the All the Smoke interview.
Not even. Well, we have an economy clip. Not even when she talked about it, because that's her go-to.
She didn't speak of coming from a middle house family and all. You know that one.
That whole time that she keeps doing the same thing.
That little jab she be hitting them with.
That's right. It's not a jab. It's just a scripted.
It's a talking point that she goes to all the time. Yeah.
Well, okay, so. Yeah, but it's out now. You could take a listen to the full. We will take a listen to the full. But moving on, Diddy back in the news again.
Jesus.
Oh, wait, 7:59.
You gotta go ahead.
No, every time y'all tell me to do, I get in
Is that
trouble.
long?
I gotta break this down.
69 seconds to talk
You
about
need
Diddy.
69 seconds
to talk about Diddy to
is
everything
it long?
with Diddy. Is it long? Is
Pause.
what long, Envy?
Never mind. All
What
right.
are we
Well, that is
referencing?
Jess with the Mess with La Rosa. Charlamagne!
I want to tell y'all too. Make sure you pick up the All the Smoke Coffee Table
I just
book,
got mine.
which will be out October 8th on Black Privilege Publishing, Simon & Schuster.
Matt Barnes,
okay, you can
Stevie
pre-order
Jackson.
it now.
Appreciate
Did you
guys.
mention the idea that I said about them doing one just with Kamala because people are gonna want that?
No, but when this book, hits the bestsellers list and they reprint it, they probably can, maybe add the Kamala interview to it.
Yes, because my mom ain't took her Kamala shirts off since Kamala announced that she was running. She got about 50 of them. It's multiple shirts.
Oh, you didn't say
Stupid.
that. Okay.
This is just what?
You didn't say that.
Stupid.
You didn't say that though. I mean,
Like, did I have to
you
say?
did not
Yes,
say
you
that.
I
did.
said shirts with an S first of all.
Because he said
y'all
that.
be looking for the
Because he's
smoke.
thinking
Y'all be,
he's thinking hair under the arm.
He
That's
thinking
what
me
he's thinking.
hair under the arm.
Dirty Delaware.
Oh.
You didn't say that. That's all I'm saying. Okay.
That's
Y'all
what he
keep
was
playing.
thinking.
Y'all saw how Delaware felt about Kevin Hart. They're gonna come for you next. You better relax.
I didn't say anything.
Get in line, Delaware. Get in line. Okay.
All right, who you give me a donkey to, man?
4 after the hour, we need a couple, Darian Urban and Shalene Ellis, to come to the front of the congregation. They'd like to have a word with them. We'd like to have a word with them. They out here selling babies.
What?
I'll tell you about it.
They not
All right.
from Delaware.
Might be.
No, don't throw that on us. I
We'll
just had to
talk
put that
about it.
out there because he love to.
We'll talk about it when we come back. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up.
In the morning.
The Breakfast Club.